Hi.
Wow. It's so real. What?
So, we're doing a bit of a tonal shift here. Welcome to Quest for Glory 4 Shadows of Darkness. A decidedly darker turn for the series. Much more
Please insert your saved character disc from any of the first 3 Quest for Glory games into the disc drive, so that your hero can make the journey
Hey,
to
TV
Quest
Ratchet.
for Glory, Shadows of Darkness.
Hi, Ratchet.
Your character has been successfully imported. Welcome to Shadows of Darkness.
Did you do any character saves coming?
Nope.
Ooh.
But they're giving us 100 points. Yeah, this game is decidedly darker in art style and tone, and way more graphically involved. It's a little gross from what I read. In a good cheesy 90s horror way. But I never saw it personally because I couldn't get past the first couple rooms because, as I said before, my computer at the time was not powerful enough to run this damn thing. So, this is basically a wholly new adventure for all of us. Okay. My weakest skill... I mean, all of them are pretty bad. They boosted a couple things to 200 that were below 200. So that's bare minimum. Acrobatics is 150. I think I'm gonna up that. You only do things in increments of... Well, there we go. Yeah, that'll work. Also, there's a narrator, so we won't die trying to read all this. It's immediately after the end of the last game.
You awaken from nightmares of flying and falling. You find yourself in this strange place. The only illumination, an eerie green glow. You've lost your weapons and the contents of your backpack somewhere during the journey. All you have are the clothes and armor on your back. This leaves you with 4 burning questions. Where are you? How did you get here? Who brought you here? And how in blazes can you get out of here? No, make that 5 burning questions. What city did your luggage end up in this time?
That said, we're gonna up the detail. And yeah, like I said, it's more of a horror bent. So the hand icon is now a disembodied bloody hand. The talk icon has fangs.
Oh, it does. Oh, that's gonna be even more funny then.
Walk is now footprints. The eye kind of just wibbles. And look, I have a health meter and a stamina meter.
Oh, that's handy.
Let's
That
have a
would
look
have been
around.
useful a lot.
Also, I'm gonna drop the volume. No, I'm not. I thought I could drop the music by itself, but I can't, so fuck it.
It's a rotted, ancient corpse, half buried in the cave wall.
Oh,
This guy's doing such a better job than I was.
You are in a large cave, dimly lit by glowing lichen on the walls. Strange, irregular outcroppings of
Let me know if I
stone
need to boost the
rose
game
from
audio.
ground, looking like the skeleton of some enormous beast. Here and there, petrified human bodies seem to grow half in, half out of the floor and walls.
Let's see.
You search the desiccated body. The only still usable item is a dagger, which you pick up. However, lying around the bones are some coins. 5 golden coins. Each have a crown stamped onto them. And 13 small copper coins, each stamped 1 kopeck. That didn't do anything.
I'm searching these for corpses once I can pick them out of the ground.
You find 30 assorted copper and gold coins on the body.
Oh, do you know anything
Brief
about this
search
going in?
reveals a piece of hard
Nope.
grey rock, which you
Ooh.
take, and some coins. 3 crowns and 13 kopecks.
I mean, I know the basic gist of it because I've seen playthroughs, but I've never personally gotten anywhere because I couldn't get the game to
You were
load
in a
back
line?
then.
That didn't do it.
Alright, what is this?
This is some kind of altar to the Dark One. The top is covered with sand. Torch holders flank the altar to provide light for nameless rites and unspeakable rituals.
John Rhys Davies.
Ooh, it could be. Kind of sounds like him.
It looks like a torch, but there doesn't appear to be any pitch
Look it
or
up.
other flammable material on it. That didn't do anything.
What do I actually have on me? Flint. It weighs 2 quarks. You have a small gray piece of flint, like the one described in your famous adventurer's survival course manual, the fire starting section. Remember something vaguely about using flint and steel together.
It is John Rhys Davies.
Nice. Try that the other way around. Scrape this flint with your dagger, creating a spark.
You strike sparks off the flint using your dagger. Torch soon begins to burn, almost as if by magic. This torch is firmly embedded in its holder. You take the torch. You light your torch from the one in the sconce. It seems to be a kind of stone valve, acting as a door to the passageway beyond.
Oh, this is... I mean, I know this screen because this is about as far as I could get.
You force the sphincter open with your dagger. And pass through.
Oh no! Ouch!
Through the sphincter. The sphincter.
You've made it into a large chamber. Stone valves, like the one you just passed through, apparently block 3 other passageways. There is a huge stone altar in the center of the room, and an exit to the south.
I could listen to John Rhys Davies narrate all day.
And you
What's
will.
this?
The rough stone altar is covered with dark stains as of blood long since dried to powder. You feel a creepy, uneasy sensation whenever you pass near it. You're in the heart of the cave. Stone valves close off passageways leading in all directions. In the center of the chamber is a bleak stone altar covered with dark stains. You're in in the...
Yorinda. I open this?
Try as you might, the stone valve will not open. Perhaps this isn't the right time. Try as you might,
That's a nope.
a flock of winged creatures emerges from the cave entrance, and they don't look friendly.
Keepers.
What is it?
What radical? What the fuck is this animation?
How do I attack? How do I do anything? All the controls are wrong.
Forward punch, and then quarter circle down to forward punch to do a Shoryuken.
It's right click to attack, and left click to move.
In a bitter battle, you are better than the badders. You kick some butt, too.
Oh man, my stamina is toast. Time to rest.
No rest for the chaste.
Never mind.
That did... It doesn't budge.
Anything.
Well,
A deep pit fills most of this hallway. A rope bridge spans the narrowest stretch of the chasm.
let me guess. Test the rope.
You cautiously test the rope before crossing. It feels as though it's firmly anchored on both ends of the chasm.
Walk the rope. Ugh!
You are so exhausted that everything you do hurts. Better get some rest. You just barely made it across the pit.
Oh, it's wibbly. Rest for 60
After some
minutes.
rest, you feel worse than before. That didn't do anything.
Jesus.
Well, there seems to be air coming from this direction going by the way that everything is blowing. So...
You slip through the mouth of the cave, just in time to avoid being crushed by its closing jaws.
This is all new to me. I'm scared.
You are alive! Only one person has ever walked away from there before. Who are you? How did you get here? Oh, there are so many questions I want to ask you, but I have to get home quickly. It is so dangerous out at night in Mordavia.
Mordavia.
The town is due north of here. Be careful. There are many bad things wandering around. Good luck. Oh, by the way, my name is Katrina. I hope we meet again sometime. Farewell.
This audio crust is something else.
Yeah. Gives it the authentic 90s
This
crunch.
symbol looks like a six-armed starfish, or perhaps like the tentacles of an octopus. You sense a feeling of strange, chaotic power from it. This symbol looks like a mouth with pursed lips. This symbol is a stylized representation of a crossed pair of bones. This is the symbol of blood in the form of a huge carved droplet. The cloud symbol is a traditional representation of breath. This strange symbol is the traditional magic representation of the senses. This looks like a throbbing heart. This symbol is
Looks
really
like a
abstract.
throbbing sphincter.
You may have seen it once before, described in an ancient book as the sign of essence, or one's inner nature. The six-pointed symbol seems to pulse with energy and comes loose in your hand when you touch it. You have the feeling that you may need this sign, so you carefully store it in your pack.
Yay. Well, I think I'm done here. Take a look at this cave we were in.
The cave mouth looks like the jaws of some horrid creature, waiting to chew up and swallow anyone who should be so foolish as to try to enter the cave.
There's a bonsai tree here.
A delicately crafted bonsai bush looks totally out of place in a pool of dark, unhealthy-looking goo. This tall standing stone has been carved, so that the top looks like a squid is perched upon it. A pool of sticky, greasy-looking slime dominates this area below the cave. A stream of slimy goo oozes down the right side, and goo dripping on the path makes it slimy and treacherous as well.
Oh.
The path is dripping with slimy goo. You're having a hard time maintaining your footing on it.
Whee!
Oh, I thought for sure that was gonna kill you.
Yeah, me too. I don't really want to mess with these right now. Oh, we're gonna find some bog bodies.
Some mud buddies.
Ah,
The heavy odor of decay overwhelms your senses and makes you feel slightly nauseated as you survey this gloomy swamp.
Gloomy.
oh shit! There's
The
hands.
decayed remains of a human arm claw at you as if to drag you down to share its doom.
Where's
You
these?
see a floating, coruscating ball of light.
Water skating. There's a word. Forest.
Hey, we're back in Quest for
You are
Glory
in
1.
the southwestern corner of the forest. Dank mists rise from a dismal swamp to the south and west. The path to the dark cave lies to the southeast.
Oh, she said the village was this way, more or less. Hey, I'm regenerating health very slowly.
You are near the northwestern corner of the forest. An overgrown road once ran east and west through this area. You can see part of the town wall to the northeast and an ominous castle far to the north.
Oh, town this way, I guess. Thank you, narrator.
A babbling brook chatters its way through the forest. Just past the hill you can see cultivated fields and a walled town. You are on an old road. The way to the west is badly overgrown, while the route north and south has seen considerably more traffic. You can see cultivated fields and the walls of a town to the north.
We're in a dark room. No one? Okay. It kind of feels like Spielberg all over again.
The walls of the town rise majestically above you. One of the tall trees of the forest frames the town gate like a natural archway. The villagers have erected a scarecrow to keep birds away from the newly harvested corn.
Walks at midnight.
Some beautiful giant pumpkins are growing in the field.
Beautiful.
Tall shocks of corn have been harvested and wait here to be stored for the winter.
Oh. I know what that is. So in every game so far, there's always been like an area of unnatural beauty and peace, which has always been tied to the sorceress Irana,
Oh.
and that's her staff.
Oh.
The curved staff has a very organic look to it. Its curves seem somehow feminine. You can feel a sense of magical power radiating all around it. Green grass surrounds the monument, heedless of the many feet which trample it daily. Beautiful, out-of-season flowers grow all around the stone monument.
So I'm guessing that's what keeps this town safe.
To the north you can see the buildings of the town. It looks a little like Spielberg, yet also very different in some undefinable way. A familiar sense of peace and harmony fills you as you look around here. The smell of sweet flowers reminds you of Irana's peace in Spielberg. Your eyes are drawn to the staff in the middle of this lovely area. It is obviously a wizard's magical staff.
I'll just yoink it.
The staff feels warm and almost alive in your hand. You hear an eerie voice in your head.
This I must first do. The sacrifice of life for one of love.
You find yourself letting go of the staff very quickly.
Well, let's check out the town.
You! How did you get here? Why are you here?
Hi,
You
Jim Cummings.
strangers come to Mordavia. I am the Burgomeister. It is my job to know everyone and everything that goes on here.
Let's have a little talk. Let's greet.
The Burgomeister stares at you suspiciously.
And I'll tell you about myself.
You tell the Burgomeister about how you came here.
Do you expect me to believe such a story? That you could walk out of that cave alive? That the cave would be open? Tell me no more lies.
Make Steve sign. No. I would like to know about you.
My name is Dmitri Ivanov. I am the Burgomeister of this town.
Burgermeister.
Mordavia is a valley surrounded by mountains. There used to be a road which led from here, but heavy rains have created a swamp at the base of the mountain south of here. No wagons can get you in or out, nor can any person, except perhaps you. This is the town of Mordavia. There is an inn and a shop down the street where you can spend the night or get some supplies and be on your way. The sooner you leave, the better for all. There are many dangers in Mordavia, and we certainly do not need a stranger to stir up new troubles. The Hotel Mordavia has rooms and food. It is a safe place to spend the night.
Pops.
The shop does not carry much. We have been cut off from supplies for a while now. Still, you may at least restock your food rations before you continue with your travels.
Dangers.
There are many strange and dangerous creatures that live in Mordavia. Trust nothing. The gates of this town are closed at sunset. Do not let yourself get caught outside after dark, for few can survive a Mordavian night or remain sane enough to speak of it. Just leave Mordavia quickly. No good comes from outsiders, and we do not want you here.
I'm gonna go in your office, sir.
Are you just sightseeing or casing my place?
A little of it, a little of it.
To be honest, I do not trust you. What you say of yourself is unbelievable, and what you do around here seems likely to get you in trouble. If the path was clear, I would ask you to leave Mordavia. As things are, I will be watching you closely.
The Adventurers Guild. Oh, they have one.
The old Adventurers Guild is at the north end of town. It has been
Adventure.
abandoned for many years,
Adventure.
since we have not had many adventurers who could cross the swamp. Seeing as you are supposed to be an adventurer, here, have a key to the guild door. Perhaps you can find something of use there.
I do not trust you. Here is key.
To the northwest of town is Castle Borgov. It used to be owned by the Borgov Boyars of Mordavia, but the last Borgov died years back, and no one came to take his place. Some strangers moved in some years back, but they have had nothing to do with the town, and we have had nothing to do with them. The old road from town used to meet with the road from the castle and head south to the pass. The heavy rains not only created the swamp, but caused so much plant growth you can't see the road anymore. The swamp is a dangerous and foul place. They say that all who ever were buried beneath the earth there now reach up to drag the living to their deaths. I have seen for myself that this is true. Stay far from the swamp if you value your safety.
You know, this is a
There
voice
are
we would have
other
given him
things
anyway.
in Mordavia to see
Yeah.
and do, but I am not a tour guide here. Go off and see for yourself, but be careful. The gates of the town are
He looks and
locked at
sounds
night,
like the dude
so be
from
sure
Jack
to
Frost.
return before it gets dark. It's
Oh,
dangerous
yeah.
to be out after sunset.
I am the Cossack King.
Everyone in Mordavia minds his own business and does not go looking for trouble. You obviously do not fit in well here.
You are in the Burgomeister's sparsely appointed office. There is a jail cell in the back. A set of steps leads up to the Burgomeister's living area.
Stay out of trouble and other people's business, and you and I will get along with one another. Otherwise, you will get me angry. I'm sure you don't want to make me angry, do you?
From the sign reading Burgomeister's office, you cleverly deduce that the Burgomeister works here. It's been years since you studied Mordavian, but you think that Burgomeister might be the word for mayor, or perhaps sheriff. The sign reads General Store. You wonder how much of a commission the salespeople get. This general store is cheery and well lit, thanks to the warm hearth. The first things that you notice are the cats. They seem to be everywhere.
Meow.
Then you see the shopkeeper sitting on her rocking chair as she
Meow.
knits. She's a very, well, sturdy-looking woman.
So, you're
Ugh.
the stranger in town. I've heard all about you already.
How?
The walls are thin. Burgomeister, only person here. I will greet.
They're polite, aren't you? Manners are as manners do, as my husband used to say. We'll see.
And I will introduce myself.
You can call me Olga. Mrs. Stovich is too formal after all. We don't welcome strangers here. They bring nothing but trouble. All the same, it's good to see a new face again.
What do you got for sale?
Let me see, what could you use? Well, besides my regular items like brooms and pens, I really don't have anything else for adventurers like yourself. Now, I do have some lovely sandwiches you can use for rations. And garlic, of course you'll need garlic. I've also got some oil you can use to keep the weapons and armor from rusting. And if you like sweets, I've got some yummy homemade candy. Although the garlic-flavored ones have all been purchased by now. I'll have to make some more.
Garlic candy.
And a shopping bag to carry things in. I have a couple of those left. 3 twists of candy will cost you just 5 kopecks. The kids love them. Oh, now garlic is a must-have item. It's just 25 kopecks for a bulb, and it will add flavor to any food.
You know what?
Storekeeper looks around nervously for a moment, then continues.
You know, some say garlic also has medicinal and protective properties.
Imagine if the other games had voice acting, because this is delightful.
My husband always said I make the most interesting sandwiches. They're very good for you, and I only charge 50 kopecks each for them. The shopping bag costs 50 kopecks. It is very useful for carrying your purchases or other large things. A flask of household oil will cost you 100 kopecks. It's good for door squeaks and can also be used to loosen up rusty wagon wheels. I can sell you a very nice large pie pan for 250 kopecks.
Kunwari to Erstatska.
I've always admired the men who can cook.
That'll be the Burgermeister's next job. Papers, please.
You can purchase the hand broom for 350 kopecks. I'm sure you'll really clean up with it. What would you like to know about? Yeah, Bella's a good woman. She's the one who really runs the inn. Her husband just gives orders. Someday she'll give Yuri a piece of her mind, and good for her. The things she puts up with. Bella, she was a pretty woman not long ago. Was not called Bella for nothing. Losing her only child really aged her. What a tragedy. The castle north of town was abandoned for many years. Then, some strangers moved in 4 years ago. No one knows what goes on there now. But it won't be for the good, I'll tell you. Werewolves are gypsies, no question about it. They change into wolves at night, eating anyone they can get. Nothing can kill a werewolf but silver or magic. So you be careful out in the woods at night, you hear me? The gypsy camp is not at all that far from here. That is a bad place, and you'd better
Well,
not
Kiki.
do it. It is dangerous and should have been
How you
put
doing?
down long ago. Many a stranger never came back after asking questions about it. So don't let your curiosity be the death of you. Yeah, my husband and myself had run this shop for many, many years. My husband passed on now, but I keep it just the way he liked it. A well-run shop is a busy shop, he always used to say.
Just
Not
5 until
very
Thursday.
busy anymore, what with the swamp. But I try to keep it going the best I can. Mostly housewares, but a few items that might interest you.
Buy stuff. Alright, Oh boy. Well, sandwiches or rations?
First, select the item you wish to purchase.
A 100 kopecks to a crown. I lost count.
I wasn't paying attention.
I have 6. I want 10. These avocado and garlic sandwiches are the strangest adventuring meal you've encountered. Still, they do last a long time and will keep you from starving to death. Of course, you may wish you'd starved to death if you eat them too often. I don't know, garlic and avocado?
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Were avocados not as popular when this game came out, or what?
I don't know. A shopping bag, pie pan, oil flask, some candy, some garlic. Say goodbye.
You be careful. We don't need you going around stirring up trouble after all. Got enough as it is. If you do find something interesting, you let me know, of course, won't you?
What's Kamigawa? I've not heard of that. But,
Goodbye.
remind me, and I will
Got
definitely
more things to say.
link your
Maybe we'll
stream in
prefer at your
Twitter.
beck.
Oh, the next Magic the Gathering stuff. Okay. What's
The
this?
sign simply reads, "In." Guess that means you should go in.
I think it doesn't say out.
Oh, cyberpunk magic.
You've entered a small but
Ooh.
nicely furnished country inn. Stairs lead up to the guest bedrooms. The floor is covered with sawdust and peanuts. The barrel contains the few shells you've managed to land. The innkeeper stares at you with an expression of fear and astonishment. It is several seconds before he speaks.
This is the Hotel Mordavia. Rooms here are 15 kopecks for room and board. Pay for 1 week in advance.
Neat.
Your room will be the first room at the top of the stairs. When you want food in the morning or evening, just sit down over there
Ooh.
by the door.
Rat folk. My
Pay
favorite.
the innkeeper for your room and board.
Thank you for your payment.
Now I shall say hello,
They stare at you in astonishment.
It speaks.
and I shall introduce myself.
You say you are a hero. Well, we will judge you here by your actions rather than your words.
And I will tell how I got here.
Magic is a very dangerous thing. We do not trust those who use or are used by magic. Make certain you do not give us any more cause for alarm.
I'm gonna ask about the innkeeper's name.
My name is Yuri Markarov. My wife's name is Bella. We are the owners of this inn.
And tell me about the inn.
The Hotel Mordavia has been in my family for generations. It is the only place to be when darkness falls at night. Everything else is closed, and even we lock the doors. You must knock if you wish to come in.
Makes it sound like it's such a
If you
serious
climb the
deal.
stairs, your room is the first door on the right. The doors of the inn close before nightfall, so make sure you are always back before sunset. Make certain you are back in town before dusk. The gates of the town will close solidly to keep out any dangers.
Now I'm gonna ask about the
The
Burgomeister.
Burgomeister is the mayor of the town. You will be wise to listen to what he says and stay out of trouble. There is not much for sale at the shop next door, but you may find something you need there.
Monastery.
The monastery is to the north of here. It has been abandoned for many,
Ah.
many years.
Okay,
but
yeah,
it has
definitely
a
let us know.
bad reputation. No one in town will go near it. And if you have any sense, neither will you. There are many ill things that roam this valley by night. Make certain that you never have to meet them. Never venture
Make sure that you're
into the
not one of them.
forest by night. I am Hans. Pleasure's all
Yeah.
yours. I'm a farmer of pumpkins and corn and a person of great
What the
importance
fuck?
here in lovely Mordavia.
Listen, I'm telling you, Igor's death must be avenged.
Wait, what? All of these
Pleased
guys
to
are
meet
doing.
you. I'm
What the-
Ivan,
hey, wait a
the
minute.
elephant herder. Unfortunately, there are no more elephants in Mordavia, so business has kind of fallen off a tad.
I guess to be fair, I was doing the same thing in the last game.
Yeah.
Guys, is it just me or is Mordavia a wonderful place?
Oh, are you kidding? It's the greatest. There's
Wait a
many
minute.
places to go, things to see. Are you kidding?
Right. Let's not forget that scenic cemetery to the east of town.
Everyone here's nothing but grins. Real friendly.
Yeah, except we don't know you. We don't like strangers.
Or anyone else that's weird and doesn't belong.
Rumors. You talking to me? What rumors?
Oh, there are no rumors here.
Unless you count the rumor that the castle is owned by...
Horse patootie. There are no rumors in Mordavia to speak of.
Like, I'm getting Rodney Dangerfield out of one of them. I'm getting Clint Eastwood out of another, and I don't know what to make of the other guy.
One of them is definitely Jack Nicholson.
Oh, yeah.
The town of Mordavia is a quiet place.
Filled with friendly, joyful, stinky people.
Well, I'm not so sure about the friendly part. We tend to be very suspicious of strangers like you.
Well, anyway, the town is filled with joyful and stinky people.
Yeah, happy, joyful, and stinky people.
Well, I wouldn't call us particularly joyful. As a matter of fact, most of us are pretty glum.
Oh, very well, all right, then Mordavia is filled with people, you know, stinky ones.
Yeah, many stinky people.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call it many. There actually aren't very many of us around here.
Oh, forget it. Well, at least he stinks.
I guess. I'm just not. I'm not seeing. Yeah, it could be the Goodfellas. Let's go up to our room real quick.
You unlock the door to your room and go in.
That's a room.
The furnishings are sparse, but the bed isn't bad and the room seems pretty clean.
Clean.
Townspeople have a poor opinion of people whom they see climbing out of windows and over roofs.
Well, that seems like something I can do later. I thought I could just like open it and get a breeze.
That sounds like something an outsider would do.
Good thing I'm one of those. This is a neat town.
As you enter the northern part of the town, you hear the sound of a chisel chipping away at a stone block. A man is carving gravestones at one end of the street. Your attention quickly moves from the stone carver to the ominous Gothic building in the center of the street. There is definitely something not right about this structure. It is a thoroughly uninteresting wall, sort of a wallflower. This is a bas-relief of a strange creature. It looks like an octopus with only 6 tentacles. You have a creepy feeling as if it is looking right back at you. From the hump on his back to his twisted body, this is either the Hunchback of Notre Dame, a mad scientist lab assistant, a gravedigger, or an Elvis impersonator. It's an advertisement for Igor's headstone business. It is a This weather-beaten boarded-up door once sported a painted sign, but you can no longer read it.
Oh, this is probably the Adventurers Guild. But let's greet the gravedigger.
The headstone carver stares at you and then goes back to work.
Yep, that worked out. I introduced myself.
You introduce yourself to the gravedigger.
Me, Igor.
My God.
Ask about the guild.
Building was Adventurers Guild. No adventurers, no guild. Town Mordavia, this north part of town. Oh, this day job. Also work graveyard shift. Little graveyard humor there.
Just Fozzie Bear.
Igor dig graves in cemetery. Igor put dead person in grave. Igor cover dead person with dirt. Igor put headstone on grave. Oh, plenty job security around here. Business is piling up. Little graveyard humor there. Again. Oh, Igor not hear rumors. Igor not no stranger in town. Igor not no doctor make strange things in lab. Igor not no funny man in inn not funny. Igor not know many things. Igor not hear many things. Bad building. No go there. Bad, bad, bad.
Enough already. Well, if that's the Adventurers Guild, I've got the key.
Nothing happens.
That's if I click the door.
The door, using the key the Burgomeister gave you.
Hi, Briscoe. Ah, the traditional moose.
It's a rare example of the deadly Mordavian moose, distinguishable by its long, fang-like canines. Someone has strung garlic around its neck, probably in hopes that it will stay on the wall. This place appears to have been an Adventurers Guild Hall at one time. Evidently, there are no more adventurers left in Mordavia. The hall is badly in need of maintenance.
What is this?
This is either some sort of diabolical device or an exercise machine. Come to think of it, exercise machines are diabolical devices. A finely crafted sword rests within this case, but there doesn't seem to be a door or any way to open the case. A plaque reads, "Break glass in emergency." The portrait of an adventurer long gone hangs on the wall here. A small plaque at the base reads, "Pyotar, Paladin." The painting shows a proud-looking adventurer standing on an obviously defeated dragon. It might have had more impact if the dragon wasn't just as obviously winking. The plaque says, "Wish you were here in Silmeria, Dunstan." There is an empty picture frame above the bookshelf. Either somebody thought the wall itself was a piece of art, or a thief has been at work here. There are a number of books on the shelf, including Hero Magazine's Golden Guild Guide to Mordavia.
A book
Flora,
in the
Fauna,
actual
and
box, if I remember correctly.
Oh, really?
This is a long, sturdy-looking rope with a grapnel hook attached to one end.
Probably take that.
Some round metal weights lie neatly stacked on the floor. I better hope Dr. Cranium doesn't see them. He'd probably invent the cannon and upset the balance of power.
Is that a reference to something?
Maybe. Let's read the logbook.
You read in the adventurer's log about some of the exploits of past adventurers in Mordavia. Prominent among them is the story of Pyotar and the Dark One's cult. Near the end of the book, Pyotar tells how he led the armies against the Chernovi cult outside the Dark One's cave. The fighters were trained soldiers, but the cult members fought like madmen. Suddenly, the cult members changed their forms and became grotesque monsters. Many of the soldiers panicked and ran. The battle was nearly lost. Then Pyotar heard the voice of Irana. "By all my will, I banish you to..." The voice was cut off. The cult members screamed and ran. Pyotar entered the cave and searched for some sign of life. All he could find were the grotesque remains of cult members. The only sign of Irana was her magical staff lying on the ground. Pyotar picked it up and left the cave, knowing that Irana was beyond his help. Pyotar then tells how he brought the staff back to town and placed it in the town square. A garden of flowers instantly sprang up around it. Near the end of the book, Pyotar tells that he was going to seek out the rituals of the Dark One and destroy them. There are no later entries.
Now we sign.
You sign your name into the adventurer's logbook with a flourish. It's almost become a habit by now.
We'll open the desk drawer.
That would be a lot easier if the desk had a drawer.
Fuck you. Let's read some books.
Which book do you want to read?
Hero Magazine.
As you scan through Hero, the Journal of General Job Adjusting, you find quite a bit of information that might be useful here. There are a series of articles about the land of Moldavia. The town originally grew up around Castle Borgov. The Borgovs were the boyars, or local noblemen, assigned the role of guarding the area from invaders. The chapter on fauna describes a number of interesting creatures. The Necritor is a vicious carnivore with big, sharp teeth. Some of the other monsters sound even more horrific. In the forest lives the Lishi, a creature known for playing practical jokes on travelers and playing riddle games, but which can also be helpful to those it likes. You learn about the Rosalka, the spirit of a murdered, unmarried woman. Such spirits are said to inhabit lakes and rivers. They try to avenge
Wasn't there a
themselves by
Rosalka in
drowning
Witcher?
any man foolish enough to approach.
I think so, yeah.
You could really learn a lot by reading this magazine thoroughly, instead of just browsing through it.
Like there might have been a Lecce too.
Isn't it nice that we included a complete copy in your game box?
Since I couldn't play the game, I read that book a lot.
The book turns out to be an advertising brochure. It says, "I, Dr. Cranium, predict that someday one of my descendants will become the subject of a major computer game. The Castle of Dr. Brain
thought that sounded familiar.
from Sierra Online." Jeez, how cheesy can you get? This book teaches the ancient Oriental art of talk fool. How to
90s.
overcome opponents by attacking them with the unpronounceable names of martial arts forms and confusing them with fortune cookie wisdom. You get lost somewhere between karate and kuksul. Hey, this isn't a lending library.
Fine. Can I move the shelf?
Nice try. But the bookshelf won't budge. If there's a secret passage around here, it's hidden a different way.
There's a hook here, so this obviously does this. Climb.
Someone has deliberately scraped these marks into the ceiling.
Oh, those are thief signs. Wait, go back! Damn it.
The grapnel is caught in the big...
Let's take it.
The floor has deteriorated and looks unsafe in this section. You feel around in the hole for a bit, then pull out a rabbit. Well, not really, but wouldn't it be neat if you had? There is a set of coat hooks in one corner. You never knew adventurers were expected to be that neat.
Huh?
Puzzle?
I'm gonna have to go back and frame back to that thief sign. That didn't help. It looked like a desk. Maybe I missed something was a desk. Search under desk.
Oh.
4213. Left, down, up, right, so. Zombie, can you take a screenshot?
1 second. Let me load up snap. There you go. Screenshot taken.
Thank you.
That...
I'll send it to you on Telegram.
Okay. Thank you. Alright. So... Oh.
You climb down the ladder into a seedy-looking room. A massive door blocks off a smaller room in the rear. This isn't as dusty as the Adventurers Guild, and the torches look recently lit. Your eye is drawn to the Thieves Guild recruiting poster on the back wall. It gives you fond memories of your home guild. This is a Thieves Guild recruiting poster, featuring a sophisticated worldly master thief. In an early excess of 3D poster art techniques, the artist has arranged the poster so that the thief is holding an actual plastic card. A legend at the bottom says, "Don't thieve home without it."
Taking that. Take guild card. Because I guess mine got lost in transit. Congratulations, this card says that you're a member in good standing of the International Thieves Guild Unions Incorporated. In this case, you're in especially good standing because you even stole the card. Move poster?
The poster is firmly attached to the wall. There's nothing behind this one.
What else we got in here?
The painting is undoubtedly a forgery. Not that you know anything about art forgery, but you're quite sure that it would have been stolen a long time ago if it was actually worth anything. The painting...
Sorry.
Some barrels have been stacked up in the corner, probably leftovers from wild guild parties. You examine the metal grate on the floor. It might be a drainage grate, but it's strange that there should be two of them right next to each other. This is a drainage grate. Strange that there should be two of them almost next to each other. On close examination, you find some scratches that might be thief marks behind the side drain.
H marks.
There's a book that you'd have to pull out here and be like, oh, that's a grate, and I should look under it.
You examine the metal grate on the floor.
Yeah.
Rummaging around under the floor drain, you find a round knob with a point on one side, which you pick up. Thieves have had to clean up after themselves since a few unfortunate accidents with maintenance personnel. The well-worn oak desk looks as though it could conceal 1,000 secrets. Most of the drawers appear to be fakes. The one real drawer is locked.
I don't have lockpicks. But we got a doorknob of some kind.
The
Do I
double
need to
doors
use it
are,
here?
of course, locked. This is a thieves' guild, after all. The double doors are locked shut. The lock itself looks sophisticated, but the door has a simple sliding latch. If you had the right tool, you think you could easily slip the latch.
Oh, I have a plastic card.
You slip the guild membership card between the doors and unlatch the lock. Your guild card. Don't leave home without it. This seedy place must be the Thieves' Guild Hall. Actually, it compares favorably to the one in Spielberg, but it's become dusty and neglected. There doesn't seem to have been anyone in here for quite some time. There are a number of fascinating books about thief techniques on the bookshelves. Of special interest is the one on disarming traps. It says that with the new Mark II Thieves toolkits and a bit of skill in picking locks, you can locate and disarm almost any mechanical trap.
Like they were talking
In the
about
section
NFTs.
on surviving magical traps, the book suggests taking up religion. There is also a book on thief marks that tells you all about this secret language of thieves. You learn a number of new symbols and combinations. And this looks like an interesting safe. Another fine product of the Filch Safe Company. But you can't for the life of you figure out how anyone can open a safe with no knob.
Oh, it's a good thing I got a knob.
Now that you've replaced the safe knob, the Filch safe looks ripe for the cracking. You know, kind of like a walnut. To open the safe, you will need to spell out the combination with alternating right and left turns.
So obviously I need to spell out filch. So A B C D E.
Nothing happens.
Oh.
F I L C H.
This would be a... Nothing happened.
I think you got the wrong side of the K. You got J instead of L.
Oh.
Nothing.
Well, let's try this again.
straighten out your jacket and retie your boots. Appearances count. That... To open the safe, you will need to spell out the...
Let's try this again. F. I.
This would be...
L.
No, that's Jay.
Oh shit, you're right.
That...
Sorry, I'm stupid.
That... To open the...
F. I. L. C. H.
You quickly rifle the opened safe. Unfortunately, it looks as though legions of Thieves Guild initiates have been here before you, as all the money is gone. You do find 5 throwing daggers placed here for, well, safekeeping. The only other usable thing in the safe is a single lockpick, half buried in dust in one corner. You grab the lockpick and the daggers.
I've got some basic thief gear. Let's check out this desk. Oh. Search for traps, you say?
You found
To
a
shreds, you
particularly
say.
diabolical poison gas trap. Fortunately, it's just like one of those described in the book on traps, so you are able to disarm it.
Pick lock.
Ah, that did it. The lock springs open with a satisfying snick. Inside the desk, you find a complete and hardly used Mark II Thieves Toolkit. It has all the latest facilities for opening the toughest locks, cracking safes, and disarming mechanical traps. There is one lockpick missing from the set, so you add yours to it. You also find a fancy match set of 3 throwing daggers, which you add to your collection.
Fancy.
Finally, you find some sort of diary or logbook in the desk. The title of the book reads, Memoirs of a Master Manipulator. Modest, eh? You take it out and set it on the desk, but it's a little heavy to carry around with you.
These paintings have to have something, right?
Ah, you found a hidden safe. Good work.
Oh. That's a big Thieves kit.
You set off a spike trap on the safe. Ouch!
Oh.
You're not sure whether it's safe now or if the trap has rearmed itself. You crack the safe using the Mark II toolkit. You take the healing potion, throwing dagger, and 5 crowns someone was foolish enough to leave inside.
Was it a poison spike trap? No, it just kind of ouched.
Ouched.
Ah, you found a hidden safe. Good
Oh.
work.
Alright, let's be smart about this. Disarm trap.
You set up the Thieves toolkit and try to disarm any traps that may be on the safe.
What?
What the fuck?
I gotta get 3 in a row, don't I? I'm gonna guess that blue never shows up here. Oh fuck, that would have done it. Why'd I pick blue?
I have no idea what
fuck.
you're doing.
There.
You have successfully disarmed the safe.
Okay, I was right. Listen at safe.
It sounds pretty safe.
Crack safe.
Using the Mark II toolkit, you quickly manage to get the safe open. Inside you find 6 crowns, a throwing dagger, and a potion labeled Poison Cure. They seem a fitting reward for your efforts, so you take them.
So what that was doing, it was just kind of putting random symbols out, and each time I clicked one, it locked it into place. What it wants was to get 3 matching symbols in a row. It didn't matter which symbol
You
it
leaf
was.
through the chief thief's logbook. An interesting entry speaks of a proposed night raid on the castle. The guild members would use the secret passage to avoid notice. You wonder which secret passage that might be. A later entry in different handwriting indicates how far the guild had declined recently. It seems to be just a bunch of doodling and some nonsense words. It says, "Bad boys yell, good girls giggle, rich girls run." Not quite on the same standard as a nighttime castle raid. One of the final entries says, "Fred and Frank caught out at night without hooks. Fred is dead and Frank sank. I'm the last." An ambitious thief will try to prosper by hook and by crook. The log closes with some incoherent ramblings about passing the deadly tentacled beast, then the horror, shadows of darkness enfold me, madness and mockery in the dark one's chamber. Sounds as though the author was in a chemically modified state. You depress the barrel tap, but nothing comes out. Instead, the barrel slides across the wall
What?
to reveal some sort of mechanism.
I wanted you to push the barrel.
This is a door unlocking mechanism. To operate it, push each of the tiles until all 9 tiles have been set to the correct pattern to open the door. There are no grey tiles in the solution. Nonetheless, 4 colors on each of 9 tiles yields over 250,000 possible solutions.
Thanks. Let me think. Put that back. That back. Let's take a look at this thing again. Here comes some big brain moment. We got red, green, blue, yellow. Green, blue, yellow, red, green, blue, yellow. Okay. The only things that we got out of this were...
An interesting entry speaks of a proposed night raid on the castle. A later entry in different... It says, "Bad boys yell, good girls giggle, rich girls run." Not quite on the same standard.
Blue,
as the
blue,
night
yellow,
castle
green,
raid.
green, green, red, green, red.
One of the final entries says, "The log..."
That seems right.
This is a door...
So, blue, blue, yellow, green, green, green. The last one was Rich Girls Run. So, red, green, red. Hey, you were right. What the fuck is that?
So, you found my secret passageway. You must excuse me. I'm not quite myself anymore.
This is not a prize I wanted.
Oh, don't worry. I won't
coffee
hurt
and he's
you.
halfway done.
It is good to talk to someone again. It has been so very long since anyone has been here. Ah, but I'm forgetting my manners. Welcome to Mordavia. I am the chief thief here. I'm also the only
Just
thief
Peter
here
Lorre.
other than you.
Yeah.
But that is beside the point.
Man, I'd like to know how you set that mechanism up. I'll introduce myself.
Pleased to meet you. It's so good to have someone of my own kind to talk to again.
I'll provide my resume.
Interesting. You have had a good deal of experience. If you study up on trap disarming and thief signs, you will have almost every skill you need to become a master thief. Perhaps even a chief thief like myself.
Offer to help?
You are a very brave and honorable man to offer such a thing. Are you certain you are in the right profession? Do you want to be a thief or some kind of a hero? The two roles are usually mutually exclusive, you know.
Ask, what's your name?
My name? Oh, you can call me Chief. No point in being informal here just because no one else is around.
What happened to you?
Do you like it? I'm afraid it is not very becoming. And to think I once despised cockroaches.
What happened?
I made a terrible mistake and broke into the monastery one night. It had been abandoned for years, and I thought maybe something had been left behind there. I discovered a secret passage to the basement. That place gave me the creeps. I felt like something was watching me all the time. When I got to the basement, I discovered a small statue I could easily take. When I tried to pick it up, I felt very, very dizzy. When I awoke from my faint, I looked like this. You can imagine my horror.
Is it fun to be a monster?
Do you think it's fun to have 6 legs and no matching socks?
Yeah.
Do you think I enjoy running around frantically and stopping suddenly for no apparent reason?
Well, that's what we did in the last
Do
game,
you
so.
think it's fun to look in the mirror and wish you had a giant fly swatter so you could commit suicide? Is that your idea of fun?
Well, okay, no.
You idiot! You! Forgive me, I'm just not myself lately.
How can I help?
It would be too dangerous for you to help me. If I, a master thief and chief of a major guild, dare not go back to the monastery, you would be wise not to even think of such a thing.
Let's ask about the guild.
This was once a thriving training ground for new thieves. They would come from miles around to learn the trade here. If only we were not completely cut off from the rest of the world, this would be the greatest thieves guild in the whole world!
Other thieves?
After I became such as I am, many of the members left. One thief said that I was no longer fit to be chief. After I showed him how fast I could throw daggers with these feet, he didn't say much. Never said anything again, as a matter of fact. The ones that left said they felt uncomfortable around me. Fools! Do they think this is some sort of brotherhood of man? This is a brotherhood of thieves! They should be uncomfortable around me. Soon it was just me and 2 others. They decided to explore the castle after the new owner moved in and never returned. So now there's only me and you.
Oh.
You mean this passage behind me? It leads out of town under the bridge near the gate. You can use it to get out of town, but you cannot get back in. The door can't be opened from the outside. You have to be very careful with traps. Always check for them first. Take your time disarming them. One mistake can be your last. There is a little-known secret way into the castle that I will someday reveal to you when I think you are ready. This was once a very prosperous town before the swamp cut off the only passages in or out of here. That is a very dangerous place. Do not even think of trying to break into it through the door. The last thief who tried that did not even get the door open. We found his toolkit lying beside the door, but we never found him.
Burgomeister.
You will need to be careful around him. He takes his job most seriously. I once offered him a bribe, just as an offer of goodwill, and the man practically bit my head off. Phew, what a sore head.
Dr. Cranium.
A strange man, a very strange man. No thief ever managed to break into his house unnoticed or steal anything from there.
The inn?
If you ever plan to stay at the inn or even just eat there, I would not recommend stealing from that place. The people there are suspicious of strangers anyway and would know who to blame. Do you mean Nikolai? Yes, his would be an easy house from which to gain money. Be wary, though. The Burgomeister's bedroom is beside the house, and Dmitri watches out and listens for the old man.
That's interesting.
That shop is very securely locked up at night. The only way to get into it would be to very literally break in the window, and that would attract unwanted attention. Do not try it unless you want to get caught.
Jobs.
We are not exactly set up right now to fence stolen items. There are several places around the town where you might be able to find a bit of loose cash, though. I will tell you what. You go out and steal something from someone in town and come back and tell me about it. If it sounds like you know your basic thief skills, I will let you know where the really good places are.
For me. Goodbye, horrible, horrible roach man. And, that's strangely a good place to stop for tonight. This has been a very interesting experience because, like I said, I could never get this game to work growing up. So it's nice to finally do. And it looks like we're gonna raid Red Sea Salt after I run the credits. So let's do that thing. Alright, once again, thank you all for spending your evening with us. It's really awesome that we can share this stuff with you. Quest for Glory. It's an incredible series that I grew up with, and hey, you're seeing my actual reactions to the 4th game. So, hey. Special thanks to all of our subscribers scrolling on screen now. Literally could not do what we do without your support. Please give us a follow here on Twitch if you haven't already. Consider following us on Twitter to keep up with our schedule, activities, and just kind of, reach out to us there. We don't bite much. Check out our YouTube for all of our past playthroughs. Consider that Patreon down at the bottom of the page, or a subscription, especially if you have Amazon Prime and you got that free one. Supports your favorite streamer as much as a paid sub, and we'd be honored if you would choose us for that. I'd like to end things with a raid. Rest of Kiki chose Red Sea Salt, so we'll pop in on them. We'll see you tomorrow with RimWorld.
Yeah, RimWorld.
It's gonna be good times. Zombie Cat and I are gonna do some RimWorld multiplayer.
We're gonna do the thing.
Do the thing. Have a good night, everybody. Stay safe out there.
Take care.